Chapter 12, Episode 1. It was time. Not the ultimate test, but a world somewhat different than most dwellings. Sarah invited Suzanna to spend the night. The Prescott family always kept their eating habit private. They didn't even eat together. It was seldom a topic when not feeding day. That wasn't the problem, if Sarah didn't keep remembering that the family kitchen was there. A secret she had to keep from her friend that was also a lover. I told you my father was rich. Yes, and my mother also has her wealth. Okay. Whatever you have as an idea, expand upon it so you can take it all in stride. I'm all right, Sarah. Your dad has his own driver and can afford to take out 24 people to a classy hotel that he owns. I've heard of rich people before. Okay. We are going into that building. The top floor and the roof is our home. Jesus fucking Christ! Sarah looked at Suzanna to see if she was teasing. She was quite fascinated that Suzanna could pull off sarcasm without really showing any sign of having delivered it. The coolest part is my room. The doorman held the door open and bowed. Thank you, Harold. My pleasure, Miss Prescott. Sarah gave Harold a big smile. He called her Sarah when she was alone or with her parents. He was too professional and proud to call her Sarah in front of dignified guests. The entrance foyer was not the size of a ballroom, but it looked like a ballroom. They entered the first open elevator and zipped by the first 40 floors, then came to the 41st. Put your hand here. If for any reason you need to leave without me, the door will know you. It's me, door, Suzanna. Pleased to meet you. I'm the door. Enjoy your stay at Sarah's Bed and Breakfast. That's a pretty fancy lock system. The system was easy to put in when my dad bought the place and renovated. The selling point was, you might forget your keys, not your hand. Sarah and Suzanna had their hands scanned and the elevator door opened. Sarah took Suzanna's hand and escorted her into another world. There were some of the expected things of rich people. Artwork that was worth more than most countries, but not overdone, tasteful and moderate, walls of stone and marble, a giant fireplace that might have been a copy from a French castle or taken from one. It was a magnificent entrance room. The floors are warm so you can go barefoot. Sarah pulled off her boots and socks and dropped them beside the elevator. Suzanna did the same. She looked around at what looked like a room from a castle from King Henry whichever. A pearl white Steinway grand piano sat itself nicely in the middle. It could be the main attraction if the wing was open, or a piece of art to go with the other art when it was closed. Wow, that is a beautiful piano. Do you play? Not on that. It's not sacred. Mum plays it all the time. I'd love to hear that. You can, or we can visit her when she's playing. She is very good. The piano has a beautiful sound. The room is perfect for it. This way to the kitchen. You can eat whatever you find, or I'll make you something. There's loads of stuff in the freezer. Or we order some sushi. Sarah showed Suzanna how to open the fridge. She touched it and it curved behind. When she stepped away, it closed. She leaned up against it and it didn't open. Was that a palm scan? No, a touch screen. You can use your finger or side of your fist. Same with all the cupboards. Some designer's idea of a fun way to make a kitchen. You could talk to the fridge when it was new. Did it answer? Yes, it was annoying. They peeked into the library, the laundry room, 2 large bathrooms, 4 guest rooms, a fitness room not quite as big as the school gym, the lounge with snooker table, bar, and leather armchairs. My dad sometimes has clients over. This is for them. Can you play snooker? I know how. I'm not very good. Do you? No. Sarah took Suzanna through her vestibule and into the jungle. This is my room. This isn't a room, it's an indoor jungle. We can explore it, but before it gets dark, I want to show you the garden on the roof. I love the smell. Come. At the top of the stairs were boots and jackets from Sarah. Sarah handed Suzanna a warm jacket and pointed at the boots. They put on their things and walked onto the roof. Fruit trees, berry bushes, a vegetable garden, and a real grass putter golf. Half of one, only 9 holes. The course wound its way through a little forest. Sarah led Suzanna to the glass-walled edge. Oh, fuck! Suzanna took a few steps back. Breathe slowly and look out and up. Down is a bit weird at first. As they looked out, they saw an approaching helicopter. Sarah waved when it was overhead. Then it was soon descending just behind the trees and golf course. He had a meeting in Washington today. Well, that explains it. Take the helicopter. All big law firms have jets. To get to some places, a helicopter is good too. Especially good for getting to the airport. Your father has a jet? His firm does. Should we fly somewhere? Sure, we'll do a day in Bermuda tomorrow. Buy bikinis and do a day on the beach. That's a great idea. I should have thought of it. I'll see what he says. I was kidding. But you would come. Let me think about it. Okay, I would. Sarah laughed.